Here with Nathan and NBK Schmitt from VeryGames. They just got done playing ESC in the second round of the ESEA Finals. How's it going?
Pretty good, yeah.
Good, thanks. So yesterday you started the tournament against Team Dynamic. You actually had a somewhat close game. You lost us 2 in the series, but you got 2 pretty convincing wins otherwise. So take us through that match. Just talk about what went wrong on Dust 2 and how you felt playing overall.
I think just the lack of playing for the last 3 days on, as we just came Wednesday for the ESEA on America, we just didn't play since that's 3 days. We were just having fun. That's our first time in America, so we just enjoyed for 3 days, and we weren't really focused on the game. We came on again extremely calmly. That was just as if it was normal to just be here and play. We started out on, I don't remember which map we started on, but yeah, on Inferno. We managed to play our game. We didn't have real problems. We were kind of surprised, just the different game style, I guess. We're not really used to have tactics on the apps or playing out the way we did. On those 2 we played, we lost the game pretty hardly. I don't really know what went wrong. We just weren't that focused on the game. We threw away some rounds. I don't know, we just played badly on it. And last map we won it 16-8 on Mirage. That was a good game for us. We just played our game once again. Even though we had some troubles in the beginning, we managed to come back and win on side 8-7 if I'm right, and then win 8-0 if I'm right on City. Now we tried again. They were kind of surprised by our game style, and I mean everything went our way, and we're really happy about it.
You guys are at least considered in the community. I think you're considered to be one of the teams that prepares the most for other teams prior to matches.
Yep.
Do you think that hurt your play against Dynamic? Were you able to watch any of their demos or anything to get used to how they play?
We didn't watch that many demos because it's kind of hard to know first on which maps you're gonna play, as there are 8 maps in the map pool and you're gonna have to video so many ones. So we just reminded ourselves that we're playing an American team and they have a different game style than Europeans. So we used to play Dynamic on DreamHack, even though that was a different lineup. We played Quantic several times as well. We know their game style. We just try to adapt to that and play our game, which is different from them. That surprised them, and we just managed to play our game, and everything went well.
So you just got done playing ESC. Obviously, you've had a couple of close games in the past against ESC, but this time it wasn't that close. I mean, they got, I think, 10 and 9 rounds, but you were out the whole time. It was never a situation where you were down. So talk about that match and what went on in there.
We were expecting a tough game against ESC because we're all an excellent opponent. We are playing together since years and years now. They have an amazing experience with all the players. I mean, all of them, they're just excellent. I don't really have words for them. We managed to win 16-10 and 16-9 against them, which is an excellent result in my opinion, because we've been playing them so many times on LAN or on practice on the internet, and every single time it went it can go either way. We managed to win all the close rounds as much as NIP against us, and that makes the score kind of wide in a way. 16-10 is really appreciable. So I'm really happy about the game, and we won it.
So you're once again going to play NIP in about 5 hours. It gives you plenty of time if you want to do more preparation or anything. You had a pretty close game against them in Cologne. You were very close to winning on Dust 2. Didn't end up coming through on the T side. Do you feel like you have a psychological disadvantage against NIP by that? That's always something I speculate about, because you've lost against them just like everybody else, but you've had some close losses where you've come very close to finally beating them, and then something always winds up going wrong.
Actually, I've been asked this question so many times, but I don't really know what to answer, because I personally don't have anything, because for me it's just a game, it's another team, it's another map, it's another game, and everything can happen every single time. But it's true that as a team we just have some troubles, we're struggling against them. I don't really know why, but we should have won Dust 2, for example. We were winning 12-5, something like that, and we just lost the round, some 3-4, 3-5, and I mean that's the key rounds every single time against them. We're losing them, and after that we just crumble and we lose the map. That's stupid from us.
I'm not sure if you still remember or how much you've let go of that match by now, but to me, when I was watching your Dust 2 game against them last weekend in Cologne, it kind of seemed like you you guys were very indecisive on T side after you got the lead. It looked like you were a little hesitant, like we weren't sure if you wanted to do something, and it kind of looked like you ran out of time a couple of times, even on the last round, because I think you took a little too long in general. Do you think that's something that might play in the psychological factor, where against them you doubt yourself more, whereas against the other teams that you usually beat, you feel more free, so you just do your normal thing and you know it's gonna work?
Yeah, in a way that's very true, because we know their game style like overall, and they're adapting to every single team as well. Just that's their game style. They're just adapting to everyone, and we try to outthink them in a way which is extremely hard because they're just unpredictable. I think we made some really good decisions, like going on a way to another, and we were often going 3-on-1 in some spots, and we just lost the round. I don't really know why, but yeah, I think there's a psychological fact in the thing that we can't just go straight to the point we want to do. We are a bit hesitating. We are like, is he going to be here or not? Or should we flash? Should we don't flash? Should we smoke the spot? And yeah, in a way, there's a problem about it, and we shouldn't think like that, but that's probably the NIP's fact, which is that they won so many games against us. We're just kind of hesitating a bit, and that's doing a lot of trouble like for them.
They seem to be finally getting some close games. I mean, they just won against Curse 16-14 on Nuke. You guys had a very close game with us too. We're just probably beat them twice already. So I mean, I always felt like once teams start getting close to them on a daily, like people went to us like 13-13, 14-14 games, eventually they'll lose a couple because you can't win all of them. Every now and then something bad's going to happen. So I mean, how close do you think other teams are finally getting to NIP? Because it seems like people are definitely catching up, because 2 months ago no one was getting this close constantly. So do you think their edge is finally starting to go away, or how do you think it's going to play out?
Yeah, I think NIP are losing their advantage a bit because everyone knows them so well. But for example, of Virtus Pro, they knew exactly what to do against them. They just were so calm. They were just having their weapons in hand and waiting for the guy to come into the crosshair and kill it. That's one amazing point from Virtus Pro. They're just playing so calmly. They're just like, okay, just a game. I mean, we're gonna play like super calmly, and everything's gonna be good. So many teams try to, I mean, even us on Cologne, we just watched the demos. We were like, okay, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and finally we didn't, which kind of lost a bit. Yeah, I think if I remember right, even on 1.6, teams like ESEA would get right, and everyone in there, they were playing controlling the maps, and winning or losing, they're gonna still do the same thing and just trying to adapt like since the beginning to the end. And that's what we probably get out of our mind, and we just forget it, and we're trying to, outthink them in a way, and we shouldn't. I mean, they're gonna play the same way, like all the game long, and we're like, no, they're gonna change, that's sure. And finally they don't, and that just causes some troubles, and we lost speed around sometimes.
So do you feel like when you finally eventually get over the hump and you actually take them down in a match, do you think that's actually going to like open the floodgates and give you a lot more room, make you more comfortable playing them, and maybe just switch it a little bit?
Actually, I don't really know what can happen. Like, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen if we beat them and like on one map on a best of 3, and are we going to keep the momentum going on the third map? I mean, I don't know, because that didn't happen. I mean, we're gonna be extremely happy if we win one map against them. We're gonna be even happier if we win the best of 3, But I don't know. I can't really answer right now. We're just gonna try to focus and just to end the game, because even though on the internet we won 13-2 on the first side, managed to lose the map. We were winning 12-5 on Dust 2. We lost the map as well. So even though we are ahead against them, we know that we're just excellent players that can win 15-0 on one side. So anything can happen. We're just going to try to get focused as much as possible.
All right, well, thanks for the interview. Do you have any sponsors you want to thank for?
Yeah, I'm going to thank VeryGames and ESEA for all the support they gave us. Thank you for the interview, and thanks to all the fans following us, for everyone supporting us on the website, and well, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thanks.